Today's subject, the Spill Crew.
Try to make it real. Everybody now.
What can I say about the Spill Crew? While I've been using every brain cell I have to come up with something witty, insightful, or analytical, or at least something that could fool you into thinking I am being witty, insightful, or analytical, my superb mental powers could not come up with much. But to be fair, I believe the Spill Crew is a web show that isn't meant to be analyzed, it just has to be experienced. The Spill Crew does all sorts of film and comedy related stuff, but I am going to be covering their contemporary reviews. They're very neutral, so they can review good movies, bad movies, mediocre movies, etc. The reviewers themselves are Corey, Leon, Cyrus, Co-Host 3000, and Carlisle, although they don't always appear together, and Carlisle unfortunately is retired from the site. While yes, they are characters, I say so loosely because they don't really focus too much on them as fictional creations. There's no real character or story arcs, and personally, I think their primary strength is that they play off each other so well. The less reviewers in an episode, the less I enjoy their reviews. Not that the videos are unenjoyable when there's only 2 of them, I just prefer it when there's more. Now, of course, you might have noticed the more unusual gimmick that likely caught your attention. The reviews are animated, and holy shit, best gimmick ever. Man, I wish I had talent like this, then I could make real videos and not just leech off of other people's works. So let's bring up the reviewer Triforce and break them down. Crap, I don't know what they prioritize. Is it humor or technicals? For let's face it, the cartoon renditions of themselves are what is going to stand out. I think I'm going to say humor. As the Irate Gamer showed us, take away his production values and you got, well, IG Neo. And who would want to watch that? But take away the Spill Crew's production values and you've got, well, their audio reviews. They might not be animated, but they still manage to entertain. So while the animations might be the selling point, it's the humor that keeps it together. I don't think the reviews are scripted, so the heart of the comedy comes from their personalities. Everyone is fun to watch without exception, or I guess everyone is fun to listen to if you want to be a douche and correct me.
Professor X and Magneto, they used to be homeboys back in the day. What happened to break up the greatest mutant bromance ever known to man?
It's the same thing as Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, right? If let's pretend they were white and had mutant powers, then this is exactly like what happened.
They have a lot of energy, they're naturally amusing, and their discussions are not unlike the ones I have with my friends after we've just seen a movie. Well, if my friends are funny. And real. So, what did you guys think about Wrath of the Titans? Why don't you talk to me anymore? Fine, I'm gonna take your beer, Anguirus. There is the occasional sketch, and while yes, it is technically unnecessary, these ultimately are the funniest parts of their reviews.
Let me reenact this movie for you if it was with black people. Opening credits, paranormal activity. We gone. End credits. That's it.
So I found the humor to be entertaining because they are entertaining, and the sketches elevate them from humorous to hilarious. So an arrow goes from them to the humor because they really drive the jokes, and then an arrow goes up because the humor works. These guys really made me laugh a lot. Moving on to the production values, let's cover what everyone wants to talk about. The audio. Not a single word escaped me. I heard everything without problem. Wait, no, you wanted me to talk about the animations, didn't you? That side of the reviews is brought to us by Corey, and he does a spectacular job. It's all pretty awesome. Just look at it. I don't know how to critique this kind of stuff. Maybe I should have approached Huey for a cameo to do that or something. But it looks great. I love it as it makes the Spill Crew unique. I mean, how often do you see something like this? Well, I actually have seen it a few times, but otherwise not very often. The editing is strong, but my only complaint is that the reviews end sort of abruptly. These videos are around 5 minutes long, and it's one of those rare occasions where I find myself being greedy and wish they were longer. The audio reviews, however, can go up to 25 minutes long, so I guess that makes up for that. An arrow points to the humor because it boosts the jokes, and another one goes up because it's just, well, awesome that way.
That's why I don't like them being on all this gangster attire, because he's not mischievous anymore. When he's dressed up all, like this, I expect mischievous for him to be this going to knock off a liquor store somewhere, or, he's going to mug some old lady somewhere. I don't like this.
The fourth movie needs to be Alvin and Chipmunks Go to Scared Straight.
Because, Alvin's really a punk. Put that in the cage with the biggest guy they can find in prison who's gonna tell them like, you know what, I do little sweet things like you. I'll put you in my ass and I just dance and dance.
Finally, the criticisms. Not only are these guys comical, they also appear to be genuine film buffs. And if you pay attention, you will notice that they do have actual critiquing skills. But really, it's not something I noticed a lot of. In a group, people won't talk about a movie like they would when doing a clinical review, sort of like how I'm talking about The Spill Crew. In a group, they're going to be more casual and potentially will rant about something that might be irrelevant. This could be a criticism as they do get sidetracked often and go on pointless tangents, but they're at least funny about it. My only problem with their critiquing is that sometimes they'll spend the bulk of the entire video complaining, but then they'll concede at the very end that they actually enjoyed the movie. This is just a personal complaint that I myself can be guilty of at times. This is prevalent in group reviews because there's no real organization to the points since they aren't scripted. Yet, as I don't watch The Spill Crew for information, even if I am happier when they do manage to inform, I didn't really care as much.
Say what you will about the Paranormal Activity movies. No matter how cheesy it is, people, they really want a fun experience with the movie. They want the gimmicks. They want those cheap jump scares. Now this, they're giving you a whole lot of drama between the scares. That drama to me didn't matter. These actors couldn't really carry it. It seemed like it got to a point where they were just trying to ad-lib and it didn't work, that the story got a little muddled. It was directionless too. It just didn't really seem to go anywhere.
I get the gist of what they want to say, so yes, the critiquing does get a small arrow going up, but I watch them more for their entertainment value. And entertaining they are. I'm going to give their reviews a 3.5 out of 4 stars. Very fun stuff with an ambitious gimmick, and their audio reviews will get a 3 stars because they're fun too. So check them out. If you want to watch the reviews, just look at the links in my description. Follow me on Twitter, check out my website, and sacrifice a goat in my honor, and of course, go watch The Spill Crew. My name is Marshall Horror, and I'm here to tell you that those who cannot do, critique.
Ba-do-do-da,